Hello friends, here I have the KORG MIKU Stomp effect pedal. As you can tell, it's not really a typical envelope filter. So what is it? MIKU Stomp uses vocal synthesis technology called eVocaloid, which is based on the Yamaha NSX1 sound engine to make your guitar in essence sound like the Japanese pop star Miku. It applies to other amplified instruments too, of course, if you want to try that out. I haven't tried that quite yet. Some features. It's got mono in and outs. You got a switch for the effect and a red light LED to indicate it's on. And then additionally you have this light over here. It says peak, and that'll light up when you're when the input is too high. And the Miku pedal detects pitch best when the light isn't on. So I typically roll the volume on the guitar down just a bit so that it doesn't like. It gets kind of glitchy if it's peaking too much. It also can run on an AC adapter. I'm using the Voodoo Labs Pedal Power 2 Plus on one of the regular outputs. And strangely enough, it also runs on AA batteries, not 9-volt. The pedal has 11 different modes for different syllables or phrases. I'll zoom in on those so you can see what they are. So you have various syllables like ah, pa, la, lu, and then some phrases, and then there's a few random ones. I think Scat alternates between a few syllables randomly, but we'll go over that. The range of the pedal is from E1 to E6, so that's pretty much what you have to deal with there. It's monophonic, of course. If you try to play multiple notes at the same time, Miku gets confused and sometimes makes some pretty questionable sounds. I think it's kind of funny. You can get some pretty wild results. Aside from that, there's also an iPhone app that'll work with the pedal where you can customize the phrases Miku says, I'm pretty sure, but I don't have an iPhone, so we won't go over that today. We'll just go over what's on the pedal. Cool, yeah, so let's check out all the settings. We'll run through them, play through them. First, just the Miku with no effects, and we'll run through each setting, and then I'll add in a couple other effects to show you how it interacts with other pedals. So we'll start with the first setting of the ah setting. Now there's a little bit of latency with the pedal. I didn't really expect it to be perfect. It's a pretty strange effect, but there's definitely a little bit of lag. So after you pluck the string, it kind of takes a little bit. I'm not sure exactly how long, but it lags just a tiny bit. And you have to be a little bit careful with how you pick too. Sometimes if you're not precise enough, it'll get a little jumbled up and glitchy, but that's just sort of a learning curve that comes with the effect that makes it kind of unique. You just have to be really clear. And it doesn't really duck out much in the lower range unless you're really hammering on it. But, okay, so that's the ah setting. We'll go to la. Pretty similar, just with a little bit of a taper to make the L sound on the beginning. The la doesn't always sound like la, but it's pretty close. And also with the Miku pedal, you notice that, I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a little bit of reverb that comes with the pedal. That's not on. My signal is just, it's totally clean. So There's a little bit of reverb that comes on with the effect. It's not really a big deal though. Next, I guess we'll go to pa. We'll just work our way around the circle. Check out Lu. It handles bending pretty well as well. It can get, not so much there, but it typically handles bending pretty well and vibrato as well. Okay, let's check out the Nyan preset. It's kind of a strange one. Oh yeah, that's right. This one, even if you hold out the notes really long, it has a really short decay time, so it'll always be really percussive sounding. So I'm still holding out the note, but it releases pretty quick. So yeah, that's the only one that really does that, where it's a very short attack. And here we have the Scat setting. Yeah, it seems to be just staying kind of on one syllable. I think it changed. Yeah, that's it. It's on the syllable scat is on changes when you reselect it. By the looks of it, I haven't really used that setting very often. Check out some of the phrases. I don't really know what Miku's saying. I think they're from I think KORG said they're from a Japanese song, but I don't really know what it is. So. Phrase 2. Phrase 3. Now we'll check out some of the random settings. These ones are my favorites. I think the random sections on the site say that random 1 and random 2 each have a bank of 1,000 syllables to randomly choose from, or 1,000 words or something, and that they both have different banks, so that's how random 1 and 2 are different as opposed to just one random setting. So here's random 2. Now I'm not great at using this yet. Of course, there's quite the learning curve to this pedal. It's I don't know. I see a lot of people talking about it, saying it's unusable, but I think it's a really interesting creative tool to try to work with. Yeah, so I'm gonna turn on some other pedals now and see how it interacts. And one of my favorite things to do with the Miku Stomp is just set a loop and then play double speed. Now, some of my favorite parts about this pedal are probably where it kind of messes up or glitches out or doesn't know exactly what's going on. And you can achieve that in various ways. A way I kind of like is if you just mute the strings on your guitar with your left hand and just strum like just a straight pattern. Do a sort of this kind of thing. And keep the Miku on, and she'll say a lot of random stuff. Additionally, like I said before, if you play multiple pitches at the same time, you'll get some questionable results. Yeah, since the pedal's monophonic, it doesn't really know how to react to multiple pitches. There's also a certain speed you can play where it kind of has a hard time. So if you play too fast, it won't really keep up with you, you know, if you're taking a really fast line or a solo or something. But, I don't know, maybe that's a sound you're going for with what it gets, and I think it's pretty neat. So yeah, I think it's kind of goofy how it tries to keep up but just can't. So I don't know. Some people might see that as a flaw of the pedal, or the latency as a flaw, but personally, I think that it's just another tool to be creative. So yeah, if you have any other questions about the Miku pedal, put them in a comment or something, and I'll try to get to answer all of them. Yeah, enjoy. This is the Miku Stomp.